So I just got done ranking all the MCU movies. And at that thing about 18 minutes long, 18 movies in 18 minutes, I said, you know what, man? Nobody wants to sit through all this. So let's do it. So how about we do like this? Speed round. If you want a more in-depth discussion about why I rank these movies, where I rank them at, check out my full 18-minute long video on that. But for now, let's get into this 5 minutes or less. Number 18 for me is Thor: The Dark World. All around, just generic story, generic plot. It has some nice scenes in it, mostly in the beginning. But most people will agree this is definitely one of Marvel's worst. And it's the 8th movie in the franchise. They should know better than this by now. Number 2, The Incredible Hulk. Overall, it's just so disconnected from the MCU that you don't really get anything from watching it. It's more of a one-off movie, and it's more like it feels like it's more produced by Sony or Fox. Number 16, Iron Man 2. It's more of a setup movie than it focuses more on setting up the Avengers than it does making a good movie. And Iron Man pees in the soup, so Iron Man 3 has a lot good going for it, but overall just not that great to me. And then you have Pepper Potts, who ends up beating the villain, doing the same thing basically that Iron Man has been doing all this time. And then the payoff of the movie doesn't really work because he's right back to being Iron Man in Age of Ultron. 14, Captain America: The First Avenger. Now this is actually a really great origin story, but after the origin story and it gets to the third act, it really falls off for me. 13, Spider-Man: Homecoming. I can't really believe I got it at 13. Yeah. I understand I'm trying to do something new with Spider-Man, but it kind of hurts for me because I want to see Spider-Man do certain things like web swinging. And it takes a lot of that away for this movie, along with the Spider-Sense. So I didn't really love Spider-Man: Homecoming. Ant-Man, I actually loved this when I first saw it. Over time, it went down a little bit, but still very enjoyable, but just not good enough to get into my top 10. 11, Thor. I really enjoy this movie. I think it benefited from being short and to the point, and that's pretty much it. It's actually a good movie, but the top 10 is just like amazing movies. So number 10, Civil War. This is one that has been going down and down my list the more and more time I give it. Number 10, Civil War. Now this is a movie that's been going down my list the more and more time I give it. Overall, the Zemo stuff is what really takes it down for me, and the rest of the movie just doesn't compare to the airport scene. It really has become just the airport scene movie for me. Number 9, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. This is one I didn't love when I first see it because I'm not a real big sci-fi guy, but over time it's gotten better. But still, I still enjoy the second one more than this one. 8, Iron Man. Loved it. You love it. It's a classic movie at this point, but it just doesn't hold up to the rest of them for me. The third, and it falters from the third act. The third act, of course, being the weak part of the movie. 7, Doctor Strange. I cannot believe this is not in my top 5 anymore. I love time traveling. I love the third act of this movie. This is like the opposite of Iron Man. And I also feel like this benefits from being a short and to the point movie. 6, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. The most fun I've had in the movie theater up to that point. I love everything about this from the beginning credits to the end credits. I just love the other movies more. This is where I place Black Panther for now. Yes, I guess the problem some people might have with it is that there's a lot of story building in the beginning, then a lot of action at the end, so that can be unbalanced for some. But for me, I greatly enjoy Black Panther. 4, Thor Ragnarok. I love this movie from beginning to end. Once again, this is the most fun I've had in the movie theater up to this point. I love the comedy. I understand for some people they might not like it, but for me, I'm a goofy guy, so I love the comedy, and I love what they did with all these characters in these movies. 3, The Avengers. Do we really need to talk about The Avengers? It's just a great movie. Getting in, loved it. It's The Avengers. 2, Age of Ultron. I've always liked The Avengers 2 more than Avengers. I think because they spend this entire movie together as a team for the whole movie, and they bring in Vision and other Avengers, so this is just an epic movie in my opinion. Captain America: Winter Soldier. Look, I'm an action guy. This is the best choreographed hand-to-hand action in the MCU, and they had the guts to pretty much tear apart what they spent the whole first 6 movies building up. S.H.I.E.L.D. They said, you know what, let's get rid of that, and it really showed you that Marvel wasn't scared to just switch it up on you at any given moment, and they've been doing that ever since. So that is my quick speed round of me ranking the MCU movies. If you want, like I said before, if you want a more in-depth discussion, hear me talk about it, check out my full 18-minute video I just posted. Yeah, there's a lot of talk on that one, so you can get a real more understanding of why I place everything where I place it at. But as always, these rankings are known to change because I watch these movies religiously. And if with Infinity War and Ant-Man Wasp coming up, there's no telling where these movies might be ranked at the end of the year. Until then, have a nice time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Big business. I'll holler.